We're live.
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for hanging out with us. We have got everything set up just a little bit differently because we have a very special, you might be able to see already. Hide that like this.
Hide it like this.
Just like that. They can't see it if you do that.
All right.
We're going to wait till some people show up here in the room. And we're working on getting some, Victor Shamulus. We're working on getting some better equipment and all that kind of thing. What up, Aces High? Grossman, good to see you, my man.
Hey, buddy. How's it going?
Mike's got his apple juice. I got my coffee. We got 7 guys in the room. 2 thumbs up. Weirdness is going on. I had to leave and come back.
All of our apple festivals have just ended, so we're kind of like drinking the...
So you're drinking the fruits of your labor?
Well, not of my labor, somebody else's.
Someone else's?
Yes, but it's kind of getting to the point where it's turning a bit.
Grossman, that's exactly what you need when you're hanging out in a pilot's lounge. I mean, you can imagine what you would be doing after like a sortie with your bros or hanging out at an airport. Hippie64 says the Mikester.
I got your text earlier.
Oh, cool.
Monkey man.
Sticking monkey pants. I'm building my Viper tonight, says Aces High. Dave Kolwischke called it. I guess the cat's out of the bag, or should I say the snake, the Viper. That's what we're going to build tonight. The Eflite Viper, which actually is super exciting. I got to tell you, we've been at this for a while. Our tastes really are pretty broad, and it's so fun that last week we were in Texas talking about turbines, and this week we're talking about probably one of the best entry-level jets out there, especially for the guys who want the help of Safe Select and AS3X. Mike's going to build this thing, and I'm going to sit here and moderate comments and such. Dig into it, Mike, and once you crack into some of these bits, it looks really good. And
read me the story. Read me this story.
I'm reading this one right now.
Read the story.
So a little bit of formalities. If you're new here, thanks for showing up. Don't forget to subscribe and all that good stuff. We are fleshing this out little by little as we go. We appreciate you guys. There's 20 guys in the room already, Mike. That's cool. Fantastic. And, you know, Kevin Jones, it's still in the box, so we don't know how easy it is to land. But Mike and I spent last weekend flying the same jet shape, but the 90 millimeter version, not the 70. And believe it, guys, if it were just me and Mike, I'm certain we could get this airplane together without any help of the manual at all. It really just is something that we use the manual so we can be a serious point of reference for you. That way we're all on the same page, and I mean that completely. Look at all these comments, dude.
Hey, is Paul on there? Paul Crumley.
Paul Crumley, are you in the room? Please stand up and
say yes and salute us or something.
Will Sherrill says, what build? Exactly. We teased earlier today that we were going to build either the Eflite Viper or the Eflite Commander. And we actually didn't know what we were going to do, did we?
No.
Until we got a hold of some of you have heard us mention our boom operator, Paul Crumley. This is his jet. And Mike is going to set it up for him right here on the show, get it assembled, set it up per the manual. Mike and I are going to, you know, work it up, film it and things like that. We got some other things to film tomorrow as well. And
I forgot these old DX8s.
Oh, yeah.
Man, I'm so used to the 9.
Kevin Jones mentions the dreaded bounce. Everything has that potential. There's another room again, Dennis? You're kidding me. Well, there's nothing going on in that one. Ricky the Photon Dexter. What is up, man?
Hey, Ricky.
Lots of glare from the white foam box. Maybe we should unpack those parts, Mike.
Oh, it's the angelicness of it.
Grossman.
Coming out of it.
Yeah, right. Angels are singing. Grossman, this plane has AS3X and Safe Select. First EDF that offers that. This is available. It's a Horizon product. It's Eflite. It happens to be available on the Amazon store right here on this channel, which will be linked to at the end of the show when I build out the description. Also, if you hit the banner at the top of this channel, there's Twitter, Instagram, the Amazon store, Facebook, all those things. Mary Boozer, what is up, man? That's Wesley. The dreaded bounce, Kevin Jones. That can be had by anything. There's a fine balance, right? Some jets just don't want to quit flying. Same with airplanes. They don't want to quit flying. And if you don't bleed it off all the way, then you get that bounce. You're too fast. And then there's also the too slow bounce. Dennis Farley's here. Hippie64 says, stick a monkey pants. Don't think I've heard of this plane. Yeah, it's the Eflite Viper, Grossman, 70 millimeter EDF. I'm sure it's a 12 blader. It's got retracts and flaps.
Getting system model type airplane.
Looks good. I know RC Geek has done one of these. Dennis, let me see if I can go to that other room and cancel it out.
Wow.
Anybody else can go in that other room and tell them to it's over here.
There's some weird settings on this one, Mr. Ramsey.
What is it?
Well, I've never had to go in and reverse flap before. I mean, not flap. I mean, gear reverse.
It's an AS3X thing sometimes. Yeah. It's because there's more sensitivity. How much for that little girl? You know what? I think it's just over $2 bills, somewhere between $2 and $270. Hawk. It's blank now. Yeah. Okay. Cool, Dennis. Thank you, man. Because it never worked for us. We had to back out and start over. 27 dudes in the room. I think the most we've ever had is 35. And for a live stream, that's pretty good. Wayne 630, you just got here. We got started late, so you're only about 7 minutes late. Dave Kolwischke, the plane is available on the Amazon site right now. Thanks for asking. Along with anything else you may want. The Amazon store, it's called influencer marketing or affiliate marketing. Oops. We're using this to help make money to keep this kind of thing going rather than just ask for stuff. We figure if you're going to go shopping on Amazon anyway, you might as well go to our store. Anything that you get through the store, whether it's on the page or not, if you go through our link to get there, benefits us. For example, someone bought a vacuum. I definitely did not put the vacuum on the store. And other things like painter's tape and things like that are popping up. I see what is bought, and it helps us. So that's very cool. If there's anything that you want me to put on there that you think would belong well, hit me up in Messenger on Facebook. You can leave a comment below or here in the chat. You can also DM me on Instagram. We're available like we've always been. Now, he's not. I'll tell him. If you got a message for him, I'll tell him. Ricky the Photon Dexter says, I bought a Commander today just to see it get built tonight. Thanks, Ryan. Dude, you know there's nothing to it. And you know what? We can build that one too.
Let's do that one next week. Well, the week after.
Next week. I'm not going to say anything until it's confirmed, but next week looks pretty good for a special guest. So, yeah, thanks, Dave. It all helps out. Dennis Farley's Spitfire flew amazing. I finally got his son's name right. It's Wendell. And you got to forgive me because it's been really easy to mess it up because we've been, me and Wesley Miller from Mary Boozer's RC have been talking a lot. And somebody link that for Grossman. Send it to him. Yeah, Wesley. So yeah, Dennis, I kept messing up your boy's name, but your Spitfire flew awesome. And we get so many videos in Texas. We just haven't had a chance to get through them yet, but there's a lot still to come. We flew some Warbirds. We flew some jets we never got to get our hands on. We flew turbines. We haven't got a chance to do it. You know what I mean? Grossman says one of the guys wanted to demonstrate the safe mode and it lawn darted. What's a good flying starter jet? I've been flying for 12 years, but not jets. If you've been flying for 12 years at any kind of consecutive clip, thank you, Brian, for the super chat. Hippie64, thank you, man. Oh, okay, Dave. Well, I'll shoot Grossman one. It's in the banner at the top of the, when you go to the YouTube channel, like homepage for each person, there's like little icons, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, things that you can link, and Amazon is one of them. Joe says hello. Hey, Joe Ream says hello. One of the Timber brothers is here.
How's it going, eh?
Guys, man, we love you. And last week, thanks for sticking with us on the turbine deal. I know it's not really everybody's thing, but it was very informational and educational for us, and so cool to shine a light on all aspects of the hobby. And again, I think I'm just over the moon when we landed the opportunity to do Paul Crumley's Viper Jet today. So cool. Ricky, did you get that from us, man?
Well, I think the radio is all set up.
Ricky's got an A1 Sky Raider. I don't know if it's the version 2 or version 1, but he's got the HSD Sky Raider, and he's like in Illinois, Chicago area.
I got 3 of those.
Yeah, we got to get him here to
I love that plane.
Best
flying plane
ever. Ricky was that close to being on the show tonight. He doesn't even know it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was thinking about doing a beginner show, which I thought was kind of neat after the turbine experience last week, which was very not beginnerish. Yeah, let's see those parts and get rid of that box. This thing is gorgeous, dudes.
And it's going to be super fast because it's in a Russian scheme. So it's got to be fast.
Yeah, man. That looks so nice. And guys, we're working on getting this set up here. So look, everything looks really good. Multiple cameras and things like that. Holy smokes. Man, it is blown out, bro.
Oh, well,
see if you can turn that light a little more. Can you, Michael?
Let me get rid of this.
Okay. Here.
And I think the camera will settle down a bit.
Yeah. I never really gave a good answer to the guy with the 12 years experience. You guys can hop in on the chat and answer that question as well.
Did it ease up a bit? Not all.
It did ease up a bit, but it's still,
Oh, well, let me try this then.
Just a little bit. It keeps getting better every time you do it.
Better?
Yeah, it is better.
All right.
It is better. Thanks, Grossman. Yeah, Kevin Jones. So if you've been flying 12 years, my question is, what have you been flying, and kind of what
is he a consistent flyer too?
Well, consistency, and also like what kind of field situation, grass, smooth, pavement. What do you, when you look at jets, what are you gravitating towards? Like, what do you wish you want to be flying? Because if somebody already knows that they're looking at 90s, you know what I mean, or 80s, and that helps dictate our answer. If you're really into the 70 millimeter offerings, then we're going to kind of recommend smaller aircraft that take like 4000s, 3800s, 3300 6L batteries. If you know you're going to like to get into the 90 millimeter set, then we're going to recommend things that we know will accommodate 5,000 and larger batteries. And again, we flew Vipers this weekend. They were just a little bit bigger. This thing looks so cool, Mike.
Hey, do we got
Yeah.
What are those?
I got it right here, partner.
Oh, look at that. Equipped.
See if that's the one. It should be. If not, I've got some more over here.
Yeah.
See coming on.
That's good. Now, these screws are going to be very, very confusing.
Why is that?
Because they're all the same. Every one of them.
Oh, you're funny.
So, just saying. So, this might be quite easy, hopefully.
I suspect this plane flies similar to the Habu, which
say so.
was my first EDF and a great one to start with. This should also be a good one to start with. You know, this one has a lot of the same neat things. You know, the Habu was a little bit more of a Delta, am I right? You know, and then this one is a little bit more kind of L-39 sport jet, straight wings.
Look how big the cord is.
Yeah.
I mean, that is a thick cord.
Let's show them.
That cord there, I think, is going to help out a lot in some of the folks that are just switching over. I have a feeling that this is going to fly more like an airplane-ish than it does jet.
And that's what's nice. I mean, it's a dynamite proven platform for sport jet. And, you know, that's the thing about these. So many of these shapes have been around in various sizes for many years. 33 people in the room. We're 2 away from the record, I think. Yeah, Josh Scott is on the schedule for next week, Wayne. Thank you, Adam Hampton. A lot of you guys, you know, we chat all week a little bit here and there, and you guys apologize for reaching out. Don't worry about that. No, Rick Shaber. Mike does not have on his kilt, but he is naked underneath his clothes.
You promised you wouldn't tell.
While I'm thinking about it, Mary Boozer, Ryan, please try it with a 5,000. No problem. We're going to try it with
this.
Yeah.
Well, the problem is
it'll fit.
You got a 5,000 to find out.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it will. Because you're going to have to cut the canopy according to Fun RC Park.
According to who?
Fun RC Park. We'll find out.
I'm not sure they're the authority I want to trust on EDFs.
Right.
Their surface. The thing is about a 5,000, you need to have it back in that jet anyway, not forward, so it may not be a problem. But we'll grab one and test it out.
Before, I'm going to skip a section.
Do it, Mike. You're in charge. I'm going to grab a battery right now.
And I'm going to roll this baby over.
Do you need anything?
Oh, dude.
Does it smell good, Mike? He's out of his mind.
Yeah.
So Dave Kowalski says another friend has one, and he had to cut the canopy to get a 4,000 in his.
Yep, I was going to say, Fun RC Park said 4,000s are a no unless you cut. So I think that's what I said. I don't think 5,000.
Then whatever. If you got to cut for a 4,000, you got to cut for a 5. All right, problem solved. Get your modeling hats on, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, I have a buddy I spoke to earlier via social media, 35 guys in the room. Thumbs up it, dudes. And you know what's crazy? I say this every time, but like the comments go absolutely nuts on the live chat, but then on the replay, there may not be much. So my friend GB Linden's RC, he's approaching a milestone.
Cough drops, doesn't he?
I don't know.
Oh, it sounds like somebody who make cough drops.
He is approaching a milestone on his channel. I think he's got a lot of subscribers and he's getting close to like a huge milestone. He might pop in the room tonight if he takes a break, but he's doing a build, not a live, but he's doing a build on the Mike. That looks nice and it seems to be going well.
Well, kind of hit a snag.
Did you?
Yeah.
Well, from here, I've got a great vantage, but he's building the pits, that new pits. Dennis Farley says it's got skids on the bottom. Do touch and goes, gear up.
Yeah.
Remember that? You guys haven't seen that yet, but we flew the FMS F-18 and it was a ball.
Slick.
Oh man, that was so fun.
That was slick.
I will let Mike fly my HSD A1 if we can go to Crackle Barrel afterwards.
Yeah.
Ricky's so funny. Are you serious? You know, I've got something similar to Cracker Barrel. Like they've got gravy at Cracker Barrel. I have gravy as well. When I cut my leg, gravy falls out instead of blood.
You know what?
Yeah, thanks, Grossman. Just noticed that. Yes, Wayne, this is the Horizon Hobby Viper.
Now, how the heck do you do that?
Mike, I do not think so, but probably they will. That's what she said, Ricky. You guys are the best in the world. I love it.
How long is this podcast? I forgot.
We're on number 11.
No, not. How long is it?
You got an hour to get it done.
Oh, crap.
You got an hour.
All right.
What size are the wheels on the F86 Free Wing? Want to change the tires out with low bounce to bro? I don't know, Adam. I really want that Pitts too, Mary Boozer.
All right. So
I've already got it on my Amazon store, but I don't have one yet.
We are missing a.
You know, those low bounce to bros are sweet, but it depends what you want tires for, right? Like the low bounce to bros are great if you want to set the thing and not get flat spots, right? But man, those Dave Browns really are cushy. But that plane does have suspension already, so
it would be a lot easier just to pull everything down and then connect it.
You know what I do?
What's that?
Sometimes I'll put the receiver's mounted in there, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It'd be easier if you put that in last.
39, Randy. Yeah, man. Let's hit 40. Let's get this thing going. So, look, guys, this is not quite what you're used to for builds with us, but I think it's fun. And I mean, honestly, how hard is it? Mike's having a hell of a time, but only because the camera's watching.
Oh yeah, that's because we got live now, and you know.
Yeah, there's 100 is pretty ambitious. I will celebrate when that time comes. By the way, let's see. Is the camera on? Hey, film me. This is it. Yeah. Where are those buddies? They're probably sleeping. Ian Sullins, question for everybody. Hey, Ryan, what's a good first jet that's priced reasonably? Again, it always goes to the qualifying question for us, right? What have you been flying? What kind of services are you flying from currently? And then where do you see yourself gravitating towards? Rebel's not a bad choice, Victor.
Hey.
And also, he ain't even to the screwdrivers yet, Wesley.
Wow. This is really cockamamie. It's glued in all crazy.
The receiver?
Yep.
What, it's hard to get to or what?
No, it's just glued on a weird angle. I don't know if it's supposed to be that way, but I wouldn't think so. Kind of cockamamie to be bit, isn't it? Kind of tilt to it.
Yeah, it is.
So I'm wondering if we're going to have to re-glue that. It'll be a lot easier just to rip that baby out of there.
Do it, man. It's not in there straight. It's not in there straight. Thank you, Wayne, for that. Great content. Yeah, the Dave Kowalski, the new pits, and I know Grossman's asking about it. Isn't it? It's somewhere between 33 and 38 inches, isn't it? And I think it's 3 or 4S.
Which one?
That new pits.
Oh,
that we don't have yet. Man, we have a question. Do you remember building your Dynam Waco?
yes.
If so, how did you run your upper wing light wires to your fuselage? I'll be completely honest.
The Dynam Waco?
Yeah, we don't mess with we never messed with the lights back then.
Because it wouldn't be bright. It's not a bright one.
Now they've changed it, I think, because on some of the newer ones and probably the older ones that are being released now, there's a driver and the ends are already soldered on to actually allow those lights to work. I messed with those lights one time and just like put ends on them and plugged them in directly, and they need a driver. They needed stepped up to actually be bright enough to justify wasting any time at all on them. So Mike and I never really did dynam lights. So unfortunately, I can't answer that question. When we want to do lights on something, we would usually buy either the GT power lights or the FMS Sky Trainer lights are awesome. And I've bought the what is it? The Eflite Carbon Z Cessna 150 lights and put them on my B24.
Free-wing lights will work too, but remember, you'll need a box.
Yeah, the free-wing lights need something to step them down, because if you plug those directly into the receiver, you'll blow them usually. They're really bright for a second, and then they go. And then
you got a smoke module for just a quick second.
Yeah. Man, these are they get hot. That's how they create the contrails that look really cool as it's flying through the humidity, the heat. The lights on the Rock Howie were simple. Yeah. The FMS stuff just plugs into receiver or Y connections. Nothing extra is needed, which is why we've always loved the FMS Sky Trainer lights.
And you know what I forgot, Mr. Ramsey?
What'd you forget?
Servo tester, because I always test everything out on the servo tester first.
You know what my middle name is? Servo tester.
Ah.
I don't test them until it's up in the air.
Oh, right.
Okay, back to the Waco. Mine has a driver and plugs. That means that they'll work for you, but they are tied up in the wing with no entrance to airplane. Unfortunately, that's where the value comes in on the pricing, because the spar is usually glued in with a kind of a puzzle piece chunk of foam, and they'll use that also for running wires and stuff. You're going to have to do some surgery and pull out that like foam plug and access those wires, or give up the ghost and just run new.
Wow, they could have made this opening a lot bigger.
There's a heck of a joke there.
Yes.
We might learn some new words tonight. This is the Bind and Fly Basic, Mike. So it has the AS3X Safe Select receiver in it. Mike is having one. Hold on, partner. Heck of a time.
Hold on. I got to get that harness.
Yeah, but you were missing the post.
Yeah, this harness down in there. It's not going. Probably a good idea. Before you go to put the wing on, I should have showed him. There's a little teeny opening there where the wires go through. Go ahead and cut that open, because it's so, that V shape is going down like this. There's plenty of room to cut that open and just drop that in. I wanted to keep it.
Hey, there you go. You got it.
There it is.
Not bad for your first day, Holmes.
Well, hopefully it didn't separate in something.
Well, we'll find out.
I do like the idea that these are all the same size.
You can't get it wrong, can you?
Nope.
If they're all the same size.
Yeah, it's not going in.
He's going upside down, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, all right. Got it.
If he takes off his glasses, Brian, he won't be able to see.
Actually,
let's see. Fred Barron RC in AS3X, moving it would stick in full deflection, new servos, and sold out. If you move the, I don't understand this. If you move the receiver back or carve as far as back as it can go, it CGs with the 4000. Mike, Ricky says,
yes,
you could headline at the Schaumburg Improv.
Well, I did, and they said
This guy's got to get here with us sometime.
And they said, "Don't quit your day job."
Yeah. Yeah, man. As far as programming a stock AS3X, I think the way it works with those is they're predetermined, but when you buy one, they're able to be programmed. Have you ever changed direction on one that came out of something else?
Yes, absolutely.
Mike, you got to do a video on that sometime.
Okay. Yeah. There's two ways of doing it.
These guys will pay you.
Yeah, there's several ways of doing it. One is you can actually use the kit through the phone or computer. Another way is like Paul and I, we stuck the Valiant inside the F22 3-cell, and that dropped right in that receiver, and everything was perfect. We tried it in the 4-cell version, and then now we have two opposite surfaces working against each other. So that's when you got to turn the receiver around, get all that straightened out first. You can sometimes get by without having to program. So yeah, just like MiG-21, put the Blondie receiver in it. That turned out drop and fit. That went.
Is that what BK did?
Yeah. And I also have the Blondie receiver in the Eagle, the free wing F-15. That was just a drop, go, never touched it. So these things they're pretty good, I think. Yeah,
I'm not quite exactly sure on the. I tightened that up the rest of the way.
Oh, you did. All right.
Because I could see it was a little not yet done.
Right.
Man, that looks so cool, dude. Nice 70 millimeter. And it's got those retracts with the pigtail struts, I call it.
Hey, so far so good. 3 screws are left, and that's exactly what I need.
Brandon Wilkinson, last 2 days learning to program AS3X. Yeah, that's why these guys who figure out how to just get receivers that work for certain planes are just hitting it out of the park, you know. I think it was by accident they discovered it, you know.
So which AS3X is he using? Is it like the 6-channel, the 9? Which one?
I'll ask. Hold that thought. Joe Reen, did the jet you fly have the Aura 8 installed? Yes, it did. The Flex jet had the Aura 8 installed, and it's Kiki Somanzini's settings. It's exquisite. Wasn't there an Aura 8 also in the big turbine we flew as well?
I want to say
think so.
Yes, there was something in it.
There it was. And then we flew another Viper, the 90 millimeter Viper, and it had Hobby Eagle in it, and it was dynamite as well. And then we flew another Viper that was actually HSD when they were calling it Taft, and it looks like a 71 Oldsmobile. That one of Anthony's, that was dynamite. We flew a lot of stuff. We made Dave Hawker's red Avanti and flew with a bunch of our Texas crew.
I love that little F-18. Man, that was a hoot.
That thing was awesome, and we'll have to do one. You know what I want to do too? That big orange Scorpion.
Oh, right.
My plan is to do the big orange Scorpion stock FMS. It's the FMS one, and then we're gonna hop it up. RC Jetwork style. Check this out. This is the plan. Orange Scorpion stock. Work it up. You guys see what it looks like. Then we're going to hop it up RC Jetwork style. And then I'm going to stand out in front of the plasma center with that jet and see if I can't, trade it for some plasma.
I just might go ahead and retake this one, Mr. Ramsey, because that is not in there very well.
Well, it was crooked anyway.
Yes, it was. They got the glue
all messed up. That's all right, man. We can do
it's no big deal.
Anything else to make that right. I got the AS3X programmer, but was so confusing. He likes Hobby Eagle. That's cool. Mike has done. I tell you what, Mike loves AS3X.
Why do I got an extra?
It's a bind plug, bro.
Oh,
I'm just guessing.
I hope so, because that.
We'll check out where it leads to.
Well, it leads to the receiver. just saying. I guess the receiver can come out now, can it?
All right, Scott. See you later, man. Catch up on the replay. You're at 34 minutes, 50 seconds if you have to catch back up.
Well,
so
we'll go on battery, Mr. Ramsey, because we can ready to at least drop the gear and all that good stuff. All
right, man. Give me just a sec. Dudes, talk amongst yourselves. Behave.
Hey, we got some comments here. Let's see. Mary Boozer, let's all be bad now. You're right. Let's do that. Thank you. Oh, hey, we got this. All right.
It's big.
Is it charged?
I don't know. It doesn't matter. You about spilled your beer and your apple juice.
Man, that's got a kick. All right, it's charged. All right.
Mike, talk about Texas. He's already gone.
Let's see here.
All right.
There was a radio down here.
Yes, you about crunched it.
There we go.
All right.
Well, I hope I didn't mess up one of Paul's other airplanes.
What'd I miss?
Well, you missed a lot. We were talking amongst ourselves. It was crazy talk. Let's see.
Fire in the hole. Man, there's not a lot of room. That battery is where it is.
And the thing is, that comes down.
Yes.
So
I bet this plane would like 33, 36, 3800s. Oh, okay. Let's shout out my buddies. Mary Boozer's RC. Check him out. Wesley Miller's channel. He's doing it with his dad. I think they just did a build on a Tiger Cat a little bit ago. That's fun. And GB Linden's about to release a build on the Pitts, the 38, 36, 30, whatever, not the micro. What the mistake I think we make sometimes is how we title the plane, right? So it's like in real life, the Pitts is a 1S or 1 series or something. So everybody Oh, it's not bound, that's why. So everybody thinks it's like a 1-cell micro. It's not. It's not.
Didn't quite make it that time, eh? No problem.
Sometimes you get too close on these.
Yep. I'll try again.
I would suggest a Freewing F5 was upgraded 2000 engine as first jet. Ricky, that's not nice. That's not a good call. Hey. Oh man, check it out. We are alive. It's alive.
Well, guess what?
What?
They were wrong on the flaps according to the book.
Maybe not.
What I don't understand is why did they want us to reverse the gear?
It's an AS3X thing. They have you do it on a lot of them actually, and it's because I don't know why exactly, but my assumption is that the AS3X gain is increased when you do it that way. Because it's in slow flight, you're going to want more of that on landing than when you're going fast. You know what? I just do what they say, and I never have any problems. Your flaps, what happens when you flip them? They're probably not set all the way yet, are they?
Well, they were supposed to go 100% on top, right? Which I went through the book, but they seem to be...
Flip the switch. What happens?
Which is backwards. So, then I reversed the gear to put them back in the normal way.
I do exactly what the manual says. Because they have the reasoning on this AS3X and safe stuff.
Well, it's just it. I don't know if I went over a new aircraft. That's what I'm saying.
Well, when you bind, it's a reset, isn't it?
Not necessarily, but I said to. So I went with the 100% like they asked.
You should reset from scratch.
So
Zero out everything.
Is go to servo set.
Jack Miller. Do it, man. Yeah, you're right, Miller. I need to get one of those stands. What we need to do is really build out the studio, but it's hard, man.
Here we are.
We've been
that is correct. Surfaces there.
Yeah, the L39's nice, Dave. And
oh man.
What's up, rudder?
Yeah. That's why I like servo testers, just to make sure. Okay. Well, it's down here somewhere.
You sure it's not hanging out, just not done?
No. I can take this out and take a look.
Let me look down the chamber there. The ESC's right there.
Yeah. And you know what? It could be backwards plugged in. I doubt it, though. Hey, try this. Not there, is it?
Mm-mm.
All right, so rudder is here. We got a double switch coming out. Just making sure, because one's going to go to the front and one goes
to the nose gear. It looks good, man. This thing
is awesome.
It is going to be good.
And
it's a 12 blader, isn't it?
There is. Let's see. It's going to come up from the top.
Grossman, it's over our head, man. Well, we don't know. You got to try. I mean, they don't just say to do stuff for no reason on like reversing gear and things like that.
All right, see. I'm going to go take a look.
Take a look, man. Take a look. Hey, put the battery in there so it'll stay up for you.
Yeah.
Sweet action, Joe Jackson. 41 dudes in the room, man. 13 likes.
This thing is so
easy to deal with.
Yeah.
Love it. And it takes the metric, what, like 2 millimeter screw?
I have no idea. It's that one.
That one.
There. That one.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like all the others, but different.
Very good. Very good. So, guys, we're on number 11. Can you believe it? RC Pilots Lounge, 11 weeks in a row. We started off at it wasn't even plugged in, GG.
No, I was plugged in, but it was upside down.
Hey, use this. Get here you go, partner. Lash it together. Zip tie. Twist tie. Dude. Whoosh, there it is.
Whoosh, there it is.
Yeah, we're loving doing this show. I think it's fun. Let's test the rudder before you button it up, partner.
It works. Just did.
Oh, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
Sweet.
Dude.
This thing's ready to go because all this, there's 70% for your low and then 100% for your high. So what I set up for was if 70% was supposed to be the low, then I did 80% for mid, just for the heck of it.
Yeah.
So she's all ready to go, right?
Nice.
All set up and there. Hey, let's check out the
Kevin Jones. It's already gone, GG. Years ago. I'm kind of like, you know what? It's crazy. You guys only see us flying, but it's crazy hard to find time to do it. So like when I have to put a plane together to do it or to get it there, a lot of times it just stays hanging up. Great job, Mike. I'm impressed. Ricky's girlfriend wants your number, Mike.
Okay.
42, a really big shoe. Lippish as a good first jet. If you're in hand launch territory, sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think you need an experienced person with you. So what? Throttle it up to 25%, and then you'll have. Holy moly! Smoke it.
There it is.
AS3X, dude. This thing is built, done.
Dude, right on the numbers. Look at that.
I love it, and I can't wait. The tires are good size.
That is the first one that has safe, and I want to check that out.
Dude, first EDF with AS3X.
Yeah.
And definitely, well, not the first jet with AS3X, but it is the first jet with safe.
Right.
And it's probably the first full house flaps and retract
It's not the first
jet.
one with safe.
Jet?
Yeah.
What was the other one?
That was the F-22 with the Valiant receiver.
Yeah, Mike was the pioneer on that one.
It worked great, and so we talked. In fact, the fellow who's getting this plane is the one that been flying that 22 and doing a bang up job with it. All right, folks, there it is. It's all ready to maiden and ready to go. All the settings are in.
Can you put a screwdriver in the front or make
I
it
sure can.
make it sit up on its wheels?
Around here. And
you're done already. You could have 44 dudes in the room.
I'm gonna go get something different, a different weight.
Something. There's a bunch of tools up here. Hey, this might work. Hold on, Mikey. Right here, dude. Try this or a smaller battery.
Ah, that's what I'm looking for. Perfect. Now, it's weird to me that they had picked a Russian scheme for a sport jet.
It definitely is very striking. And
yeah, I mean, it's just different. And I love the bottom of it.
Yeah, show the bottom, dude.
Because the camouflage.
Look at that. Digital winter camo.
Awesome.
There's something very bird-like about the belly of the beast.
Look at that. It's
got
that
this
nice, kind of has that
bird breast.
Yeah. What plane has that?
Almost every airliner.
Right. I mean, there's a. It's. Oh, let me. Around this.
Look at that beauty, man. So until we get a chance to fly it, there's a few videos out there on it already.
There's the news.
Dude,
front.
Look at that.
Top view. Kind of has the L-39 look to it.
A little bit.
Yeah. Kind of a A5. I mean, a F5 a little bit. And a Albatross. Let's see. What else is got in this thing? It's a
super
hybrid.
sport jet, dude. It's a little bit Hawk, actually.
So that is made that way. It's got a little step in there.
Look at the BAE
family
relation.
Right.
You know, the ventrals on the bottom there.
Man, this thing is pretty.
And then T-45, Hawk, kind of front end.
That's kind of cool.
It is super cool, man. And you know what? Awesome. Mike, let's bring this. I'm going to tighten the shot up. No, can you?
Yeah.
Can you bring that up a little bit?
Sure can.
We'll tighten this up here and fix this. We are so low key, lo-fi. That looks better, Mike.
All right.
And it just is what it is. If you scoot that towards the camera a little bit. No, I'm sorry, towards us. There you go.
Like that. Yes.
Yeah. I'm going to turn the light. Tell me if the angels quit singing on that white, bro. It's so glow.
Man, this thing is slick. If it flies as good, hey, there you look. Even 100% better, eh?
All right, I got this.
100% better.
I'd be embarrassed for folks to see the setup right now.
Well, you know. Wow, this thing looks good.
Well, hey, that's way better. Sing it again.
Man, this thing looks good. There's no lights on it, but it's not going to stop me from trying it out right now. Let's go.
I wish. Tomorrow morning it's on, dude. We're going to fly this in the Yak 130. Awesome.
Cool.
Dudes. All right, we're back to the comments. The jet looks fantastic. Thank you, Wesley. Wesley hit 50 subscribers today. Thanks for all the help. You guys have been great. I love how involved you are with your viewers. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much. Keep after it, man. Just don't ever stop, because it really is truly about sharing your journey, your experience, your knowledge. Thanks for your help on the Amazon store. That's really cool. And is that baby blue or teal? It is blue.
Kind of is blue, just regular old blue. Kind of slightly on the gray side. Blue.
Hippie 64 says they reneged on the gear. Well,
I don't think you need a big, like a crazy type of gear, but it looks like almost like the same as the BAE Hawk or something similar.
Yeah,
to that.
I think it'd be easy to change them out. You know what? You could leave the pigtails on there and go with Dave Brown tires if you're worried about it. You know, the thing about those pigtails is what I call them. Those coils that turn like that, they really seem to do more in the way of stresses forward to back than up and down. But that's cool too.
Yeah, if you're a beginner, I mean, this is more for a beginner's jet.
It really is.
I wouldn't want more parts that could go wrong on it.
Can you flip the underside up for us, Mike? Guys are asking a lot of questions about the landing gear.
Yep.
Yes, they are wire gear. And it's really actually typical. Like if you think about 70 millimeter F-16 and Yak 130, this is what came on them out of the box. So, you know.
Can't get a good side view of that.
No, that is what it is, man. Yeah. I think it's a sweetheart.
Super
I can't
light.
wait. I actually, the minute this thing, you know, actually there's a blue and yellow one out that looks a lot like this one. Almost identical. And it's got the same, you know, landing gear and stuff on it as well. But when we flew the big 90, yeah, Wayne, number 11, thank you so much. When we flew the big 90 HSD one, those actually have for real oleo landing gear. Mike, say something.
Something.
There you go. Cool.
Something.
249 for the bind and fly, 200 for the plug and play. On this jet, is that right? That's a good deal.
But look how light this is. And if you're sticking a 6S in there, this thing's going to move.
It's going to haul the mail.
Man. And when the body was open, I should have showed all the parts.
It's hard to on this.
Yeah,
here.
I mean, it is completely open. It is a hollow shell. You know, there's no cheater underneath, and you don't need one because there is a lot of air rushing through this. So this is going to be I can't wait.
Dude, I can't wait either. And Grossman, I'm telling you, right? Like you put in your own radio gear and you've got this for very affordable. Is that true on the plug and play? I almost can't believe that. Somebody look it up. It might be on my store already. You know, when it's going 100 miles an hour, Kevin Jones, you ain't going to care what the gear look like.
Yeah, it should be tucked up anyway.
Yeah, they are, but they could be modded. But again, we went from, in a week, we went from turbines to entry level 70 millimeter, good first 6L offering. There's a lot of good options right now. This is the golden age of RC. There's so much to look at that you can't hardly cover it all. They do retract, Grossman. I mean, Jack Miller, our take on the 90 millimeter Super Scorpion from FMS is we don't know yet, but we can't wait. I saw a video, short little video, a guy tagged me on Instagram, and it was stock and it was moving. So Will Sherrill on the HSD website, it says 149 for plug and play. HSD shouldn't be selling this Viper. This is the Eflite one. So it's probably their own Viper. 219 MSJ 143 sounds more like it. Yep. There's a lot of Vipers out there, just like there's a handful of Vonti shapes as well. That turbine we flew was exactly the same shape except for the wing tips.
Right, they had one of these.
They were straight on the turbine.
On the turbine, yes. Okay, yeah, right.
The Avanti's got a curl up, but not as pronounced as this. Yeah. So yeah, guys, number 11. Thank you, Wayne, for that. 44 dudes in here. That's so cool. If you haven't seen,
so bad.
I do tomorrow. I'm telling you, charge up your small packs. I didn't have a chance to change the ends on. I have a couple 3300s from a buddy that I haven't had a chance to change the ends to EC5. By the way, these are EC5, and he got this at Horizon or at a hobby store. Did he get it at the fun park here in town?
Yeah.
Our buddy Paul got. Thank you, Andrew Williams. Our buddy Paul got this at Hobby Shop. Andrew Williams is here, ladies and gentlemen. If you follow him anywhere, Facebook or Instagram, you'll know that he probably just got home he bought a Cessna 150 and just flew it home.
Oh, cool.
For real.
Oh, nice.
So fun. And I always bust his chops. I'm like, come and get me. Let's go. Bring a plane with you. We'll go to Muncie or we'll fly here at the field. Like, how cool would that be? Andrew Williams, let's get it done. We might be able to pop one off before it gets like really ridiculous here. Although it was snowing.
Or snowing over there today.
For a minute.
Poor Garth Brooks is out there right now.
Is that this weekend?
It's right now, going on right this moment.
Garth Brooks.
Yeah, he's at Notre Dame Stadium, and they picked the fine day to be out in the weather playing music.
Andrew Williams got rained out tomorrow, though. Let's do it. Come on, man. Keep us posted. I'll give you my digits. Mike and I are working tomorrow. I've got to step away for just a couple hours in the middle of the day, and then I'm back to it as long as the weather lets us. Yeah, I want to make sure we don't get out of here without profusely thanking our hosts in Texas.
Yeah.
The show, if you've been following along, you know what happened. It became a rain out, but we were able to, first of all, just love hanging out with our friends. But we were able to make good use of the time being there. We flew Friday morning. We arrived at 8 o'clock Texas time and flew till dark. And then, was that the night we ate the meat?
Yeah, that was Saturday night, wasn't it? No, it's Friday night.
We ate the Friday night. We went to this place.
Man, it was meat.
It was, what was the analogy you used? It was like Lord of the Rings or something. What was it? Dante's Inferno? I don't know, something. But there was like these huge grill things, slabs of metal were bigger than this table right here. Ricky, you're hilarious. I tried to call you today, Turkey. Anyway, so the oh my goodness, it was so good. And honestly, I just couldn't.
It was a meat.
It was where the elite meat to eat meat.
Yeah.
You ordered it by the pound. I'll take a half pound of this, a quarter pound of that. Man, just so good. Captain K-Bird, thank you, Ryan. You guys are a class act, and all the knowledge you know in this hobby. You are just great people. You helped me many years back on the cell phone. Yeah, I recognize your name. Thanks, Kevin. Anytime, man. We're always here to help. That's how we roll.
I also want to thank David. Dave Hawker, man. Thank you, buddy. That was
Dave Hawker, Tip of the Spear, and Anthony Quewington are really why that show ever started in the first place, and why we were invited to go in the first place. Last year was our first year, and I believe it was their 5th year. And this year, it didn't work out, so they're going to do, I hope, 2 days next year. We just go where people bring us, so we really don't have anything to do with that. I hope we were still able to raise some money for that charity, Snowball Express, which is a very worthwhile charity, and it's part of the Gary Sinise Foundation. And you can hit up Dave Hawker if you want more information on that charity and how to donate. Because just because we got rained out doesn't mean that thing doesn't go full strength as hard as it can. A lot of airlines around Texas who donate and are a part of that charity make it possible for these families to get together and go to these fantastic vacation destinations to really just decompress and realize that they're not alone by hanging out with other families.
They also have counselors for the kids, which somebody talked to.
Well, and imagine just being one of those kids you feel like you're the only one that's ever happened to. There's something that helps when you hang out with folks going through the same thing. That it helps. So you guys have a blast over here in the comments. I hate it when I miss something. You guys are having fun with each other. Yeah, dude, the hard 8. I asked what that was all about, and nobody told me. I have to assume it's a rodeo thing. It'd be a hard 8 seconds. Yeah. So cool y'all are spreading the word for that. Yeah, thank you, man, for that cause. Yeah, again, hit up Dave Hawker or hit me up. I was broadcasting a way for those who couldn't be there to donate, and it was the treasurer at 114rc.org, Grapevine, Texas, their PayPal, if you're still interested in that. Next week, we're going to talk about another super great cause as long as everything goes well. We're going to have Josh Scott on here. I was going to keep it closer to the chest, but somebody called me out because I've been teasing it for weeks. He does memoirs of World War II. So he goes. It's very well done. Go check out the YouTube channel for Memoirs of World War II, where he talks to still living veterans of the Second World War and gets their stories and does a very slick document style expose on these people's story, and super slick. And it runs like museums do on funding from patrons like ourselves. So he'll tell us more about that next week. We're super excited for that. We're going to bring in a techie to help me get the stream thing going. Worst case scenario, I'll have him on the phone like I had Dave the other day. Yeah, Andrew, we're super stoked about that. You mean a stepped leading edge, Grossman? Does that airplane have a split leading edge?
No. Nope. It's all solid.
It's not stepped.
The wing fin is at the back of the trailing edge. And that's going to stop the slide.
Yeah, and then these help the passenger to feel like they're in a very stable commercial jet when they look out the window. These little they're vortices organizers. That's what the technical term is.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not.
Mm. These actually stop the plane from sliding in and out. And
that's what she said.
Yeah. It's sort of
air braking slats on a 70 millimeter for $200. Absolutely. From Art Tech, it will only fly from your table to the trash can. I'm just kidding. Ricky, you're out of your mind. Too easy. Just hard to tell on YouTube. That's what she says. I almost got it, says Dennis. I don't know what that is, but I'm hoping. So who's flying first? I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see. I'm no good at the camera. We'll both get a piece of it. You know what's we're looking at right now, the FMS Yak 130 sitting over there, and I flew it twice the other day, and it was amazing, but we didn't get any film, so we got to get that done. And then Mike's got more experience with the Yak than I do, but I think sometimes the guy who doesn't have maybe the time is funner to watch.
Well, I don't have any time anymore.
On a yak. But if you put your yak time up to mine, you've got loads.
Oh boy, yes. Yeah.
Mary Boozer says, well, he who built it flies it. Mary Boozer's one comment away from being banned from this channel.
Not the big boar hunter. No, not the mighty boar hunter.
Yeah, no, whoever. Hippie says he'll go first. This would be a great one for your area. Paper, rock, scissors, go. Okay. 1, 2, 3, shoot. You know how to play this?
Yep.
All right. 1, 2, 3, shoot. You waited till I threw rock, you son of a gun. Best 2 out of 3.
I knew you were going to throw rock.
Best 2 out.
Everybody throws a rock.
Best 2 out of 3. 1, 2, 3, shoot. What the hell's that?
Pencil.
A pencil. Okay. I'll just let Mike fly it first because I won't be able to play rock, paper, scissors with him. Let's vote. Yeah, let the guy. The guy, you can vote if you want, but just like in regular U.S. elections, it won't matter anyway. So
I think we asked Paul.
Absolutely. Ask Paul.
Because maybe he wants to be the first. So we'll let Paul do it then. Eh?
Yeah, man, whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll get it set up, trimmed out, and all that kind of stuff for him. Let us get a good rip on it for video, and good old Paul can do whatever. You guys run that, man. I'm just glad we got to build this thing and take a look at it. Like, I will probably end up with one of those anyway. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
What's cool about these two, they pack up good in the box.
Yep.
If you're done with it, get rid of it. So, guys, look we're over an hour. We're going to ask you, Mike, you haven't flown since Texas, right?
No, I haven't. I've been at Notre Dame most of the time and at work. So
right. So I haven't either. So there's no questions. Grossman asks, how long does it take you guys usually to get a vid up after filming? It all depends. How many you get done,
right?
Kind of.
Well,
and then also where they're going.
Well, not only that, but I'm limited in editing time now. I mean, you know, in case folks didn't know, I'm gonna make a plug. In case you didn't know, I've got a full-fledged documentary coming out on research that's being wrapped up at Notre Dame. It'll be the first topic ever to hit the airwaves, and so I get to spearhead this particular topic because it's never been researched in any other place. And so I've been editing this up. This will probably go to a big network of some sort. So
yeah,
that's what I do 24/7 is editing.
Very good. And for the most part, we've kind of had our own skill set where, as far as photos go, I've never really edited those. Most of the flying videos and build videos, I edited. Mike always edited his own builds, and they're always really good. So yeah, it just depends. Like, we got a lot of footage in Texas, but we've also just got back, been super busy, and we have regular jobs like all of you. So we get it done when we can. And I'm doing a little bit kind of video, social media stuff at church, just here and there a little bit.
Busy with that. Yep.
Where not super, but I always wanted to do something, and I've got time, and I am blessed and grateful. So it was right up my alley, actually, when they called out for like kind of social media at church and a little bit of video stuff. I mean, we're ornery. No one's perfect, but it's a good time. So let's see. We're looking at an hour and 9 minutes. The guys are wanting us to talk to them after our flights tomorrow and let them know how it goes. What you have to do is stay tuned to the YouTube channel. Follow in all those places. This is how it works. Instagram, Facebook. There's the RC Pilots Lounge Facebook group. There's the Pilot Ryan and Captain Mike Facebook page, formerly known as RC Air Training Command. And this YouTube channel right here is formerly known as RC Air Training Command. We changed the name to Pilot Ryan, Captain Mike, RC, which is what we are.
Because it was better than Eric and Frank.
Yeah. Nobody knew who, you know, whenever you said, hey, Eric, no one turned around to see.
Nope.
Have a great rest of your weekend, Andrew Williams. Hey, your dog thing was funny on Instagram the other day, by the way. What's your dog's name, Maggie? Anyway, so if you want to keep up with it, was funny, man. And I'm not even a dog person, but that was funny, Andrew. So anyway, you want to know how the maidens went and how things went. We've been really, I think, pretty good at kind of capturing and filming a little bit of the behind the scenes stuff too. And now we're really just pumping videos out on our old channel. Not much fanfare, not a whole lot of editing involved. Just is what it is, which is what it always used to be. And
more real.
It seems like it's just easier for guys like us to do that because the production of it all, we just don't have the time. And it works for our brothers from another mother across the ocean in Slovenia as well. So too cool. Yeah, man. So be following on Instagram, Facebook. If you're on Twitter, say hey, but again, it's not a big deal over there. I do Twitter just to have somewhere to be that's not RC, kind of, actually.
So we can follow Trump.
Yeah, and every other scoundrel out there, you know. Anybody who wants to do that for a living's nuts. I don't care what side you're on. I don't even want to go there. That's why they're all nuts. I don't care what side. So Grossman, did we do a good job of completely butchering any possible answer to that question? I think we may have. So, guys, if you're hopping on late, check the replay out. Always click live chat to see how crazy it's been. I mean, really, there's hundreds of comments over here. You can see the super chats coming over, which is cool.
I appreciate that.
And that's always neat. I think eventually we'll be going through still YouTube Live, but I'm going to use maybe a slightly different app, which allows me to bring in Skype source. It's split screen with guests and things like that. That's where we're going. There's going to be a little bit more production value to this show. I have a ball doing this with you all. The guys are falling off. We're down to 26. We're at an hour 12. I hate saying goodbye. It's great to get Mike over here. Next weekend, are you in town as well, Mike?
I should be here, I'm thinking.
Keep me posted. And I'll stay toasted. All right. All right. All right. All right. Can you give Mike my number? Maybe he'll call me. Dave Hawker, thanks again. Texas, thanks again. Yes. Next week is number 12 with Joshua Scott, as long as all goes well. If you're going to shop on Amazon, go through our store. The link will be in the description once this video gets done doing its thing and exists as a replay. I'll build out the description. Also, at the top of the header, there's links to the Instagram, the Facebook, the Amazon, the Twitter, all that stuff, the way social works. Stick it, monkey pants. We're working on getting merchandise. Thank you for the reminder. It'll happen. Captain K-Bird. Is it the Kevin I think it is, man? Did we fly with you at Neffy? See you later, Ricky.
See you, Rick.
Hair of the dog, bro. Hair of the dog. Good night, Dennis Farley. Tell Weldon we said hello.
Weldon.
Now I forget. It's not Wesley. You forget now, too.
No, I didn't.
What is it?
Because it's what's his face?
Wendell.
Wendell. Yes.
Wendell. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. Who's going to maiden this Wayne? We don't know. We're going to flip for it. Stay tuned. We'll find out tomorrow. I think no matter what's going on, we're going to fly this thing. Snow, wind, rain. It is the U.S. Postal Service paint scheme, so it's got to deliver no matter what's going on outside. Kevin Jones, see you later. I hope we didn't confuse you. reach out through Messenger or DM on Instagram. Get us however you need to. If you want to talk more about good first EDFs, because I would like to know more about where you're coming from now and where you see yourself to give you the best answer
and
possible.
Field conditions. Yes.
Field conditions, all
That's
those qualifying questions that we know to ask to steer somebody down the path to the best success
and also
fun in the hobby.
And also, what batteries do you have the most of, and are you willing to buy new batteries?
Absolutely. Yeah. What do you want to get towards? Like, if you know, again, if you know you like the 90 millimeters, well, then there's options that are better on that journey than if you're just completely satisfied with maybe the smaller 70 millimeter offerings, maybe because your field doesn't have the space for the bigger ones, or your skill's not up to snuff, whatever. All right. See you later, Brian. Guys, you know where to find us. We got this done. What's up, Farley family? I got Mitchell Farley, Dennis, Wendell, Wesley, William. Everyone's on here. Holy smokes. I hate to say goodbye.
Yeah.
It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. 5, 4,
Stick a monkey
3,
pants.
2, 1.
I was preemptive. Stick a monkey pants.
Stick a monkey pants. All right, guys. See you next week. Bye.